Okay, so you want you'd like to have the material for SP7 and SP8 as well?
No, if SA3, whatever
Mm-hmm.
you're going to teach in the class, if I'm aware of what we're going to discuss in the class, I can do a pre-read and come. So if there is a
Okay,
background of
mostly
SP7,
regarding SP, we do not have any reference to SP7 and SP8 specifically, but when it comes to questions, when it comes to question, if you go to previous year questions, which we will do later on, you will notice that it is based on SP7, SP8.
huh.
But for the theory part for SP3, now we do not need the SP7, SP8 material.
All right.
And
Yeah.
SP3, I'll let you know what we'll discuss. We'll try to go chapter by chapter, but if we are doing anything else, I'll let you know what we are going to do. Sure. So first, once let me just go through the course overview. I'll just rejoin my screen showing some problem and I'm not able to share. 1 minute.
Sure.
Yeah, that's better. I'll just- Yes. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
So if we start with the introduction for SA3, we will see that there's chapter 0, which is just introduction, what we will be covering for SA3, what to expect from the course we'll see here.
Mhm.
One minute. Just give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
Hi, Dinesh.
Hello, ma'am. Actually, I'm traveling, so my network is fluctuating a lot.
Okay,
So
no
I'm not
issues.
able to join,
But
like, I'm
I'll
getting
still
logged out.
Okay, no issues. The call recording will be made available, and today we are just going through what to expect from the course, how we will be just an overview. Okay, yeah. So if we go to it, so there are links to the subject SP7 and SP8 as we had discussed, and it is like a prerequisite to know those subject and the actual control cycle. If we go through all the syllabus of every other chapters, maybe for SP, CP1, SP7, SP8, any subjects, we will see that the actual control cycle plays a very important role. And as we go through it and we go through all the questions and everything, we will realize that it is more of a way to make it easy for us for how to attempt any question or how to look at any scenario, how to break it into different parts.
Mhm.
Okay, so and just yeah. So there are 13 chapters overall and 3 of the case studies and further reading. So in this course, we will find a lot of further reading is there, in which they refer to many of the websites or many of the PDFs that we can look into for further for our further knowledge. But it is not compulsory, but some of the topics like I would like that you all to go through it, because it will help you in your general knowledge as well, because it is a specialization subject. So you should have the knowledge of what type of insurance are there, because we have covered different types of insurance in the subject SP8. If
Both 7 and 8, I think, initial
Yeah.
chapters, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
right. For SP7 and SP8, we have covered what different types of insurance are there in general insurance. So
Products, yeah.
what products could be there. So and and it is not an exhaustive list. It can go on and on, and every day,
Correct.
yeah, there are more products being discovered in general insurance. So anything which is not life is general insurance. That is the main concept here. So here we go. If we go, there are 13 chapters, out of which the first chapter is just the introduction to SA3. Then there are the remaining 12 chapters. We will do the case studies as well. What is the reinsurance, reserving, strategic decision making. So I would say that if possible, we should just brush up our knowledge of SP7 and SP8, and not a very thorough to it, but just what topics have been covered, how can we answer, how can we go through it. And so if we start with introduction to gender SA3, we can do this today, as this is just an introduction to it, what to expect and how to proceed.
Okay.
So in which attempt are you going to attempt for this paper? Which term are you going to attempt for this paper?
November, mostly, India.
Okay. And you, Dinesh, if you can hear me?
Yeah, maybe September. I'm thinking to give it a try in September from IFOA as well, and
So have
obviously
you
from November as. And I'm going to register. I think the date is
Today.
till 5
today
p.m.
is the last
today.
day, I think.
Yes, 5 p.m. Yeah, I will register before 5 p.m.
Okay. So then for September, we have to be fast, because in November we have time, we can go through the course. But if we are preparing for September, then we'll have to pick up the pace. And Dinesh, have you studied SP7 and SP8 as well?
Yes. So basically, Ankita and we are in the same course. We have done the same subjects.
Okay, got it. So as I said, going through the syllabus for SA3 won't be enough, as we saw there are only just 13 chapters. But that will not just be enough. We need to have a thorough knowledge of SP7, SP8, and some of the parts, basically the actual control cycle from the CP1. And as we are all working, so our work experience also helps us a lot for all the higher order thinkings, and that is required for this subject. So usually the passing mark for SA3 is around, like I know for IFOA it is around 60 marks. So that is 60 to 65 marks. So that is high as compared to other papers. And this is also considered to be a tough paper, because like when in the question paper, we'll see there are 2 or 3 questions, 3 to 4 maximum questions which will be there. And we need to answer those considering all the aspects, not just according to actual work. We have to consider as we are working, what are the other cross sections or other stakeholders that will get effect. And we need to come up with various points when we're answering for it. So the thumb rule says that for any question, we should answer at least 2 points. Like for 1 mark, we should answer 2 points. So for a 10-mark question, we need 20 points. And to be on a safer side, we should at least try to aim for 2.5 of the marks. If it is of 10 marks, we should try to give 25 points. So it's not an easy task while appearing for the exam to come up with 25 points. And now as India already has offline exams, like they have proctored exams already and closed book. Now IFOA has also introduced closed book exams. So it becomes a little difficult to come up with so many points. So for that, you have to think through every aspect that can come into mind. Be silly. Like if we talk about the major, some of the easiest points to come up would be regulation, political environment, taxation, reinsurance. These 4 are very easy to come up with, and you can use it in most of the answers. So this 4, and many people forget to put this 4 points there. So this is easy 2 marks in almost all the questions which we have. And if you count on this, this helps a lot. So for the chapters, 1 minute, we'll just go through once again. What chapters are there, what we will see in those. And so if we look at the first chapter is introduction, the second chapter is general insurance market. So it captures how the general insurance market work, what are the products and everything. Taxation, how is the taxation for UK? This is UK based. So once I'll go to the course for India as well, because if they have made any changes, because this taxation is completely related to UK, their rates are given there, 40% tax rates, or what are the corporate laws there. So these are all according to the UK. Similarly, legislation. So this so taxation and legislation, they also cover for the companies, for Lloyd's. How does it work for the members, for the syndicates? Everything is covered in these chapters. Professional guidance. How do we work in the professional guidance? Like professional guidance, there are this actual codes, then actual professional standards. So these are covered in professional guidance. We're pricing large commercial risks. Is those risks which we cannot price which we need to price individually, which we cannot do it using a rate chart. So maybe for which a particular underwriter or an actual person has to spend a time specifically for pricing those risks. For example, it can be maybe oil refinery, or maybe insuring a spaceship or something like that, which is large and is not common. It takes effort. It can even be like insuring. It can be common. It can be even be insuring any large corporate. So if it is very large and it needs to be priced differently, not just using the grid as we do for any other product, any other risks. Then we have the catastrophe model. So catastrophe models were also there in SP8 as well. So this includes 5 modules are there. We have the event module, the hazard module, the inventory module, the financial analysis module, and the result. So catastrophe models are also covered in SP8, but here is a more thorough session of the thorough material for the catastrophe models. Then return on capital. Return on capital is what we expect, how to price it, what is the return on capital that we are investing. So those Valuation basis is how we do our accounts, what basis should be used, ongoing basis, closure, solvency basis, or so those are covered here. Similarly, if we go, financial planning will be there. Then latent and disease claims. So in latent and disease claims, so you might heard of asbestos related claims, which are very which are like a textbook example for a latent and latent claim, and
Yeah.
like so we will see latent and disease claims. So there are various stages for latent and disease claims. There is the unknown part, there is the developing part, there is this emerged part, there is this settled part. So there is various stages which we will read to, and how various examples of latent and disease claims we will read about. So exit strategies. These are important strategies. Like when a company is looking to close through its book of business, maybe a particular line of business or the whole of the insurance business. So there are different exit strategies. It can be RITC, reinsurance to closure, which is there in Lloyd's. In the London market, we have read, I think you might have read about it.
No.
No, okay. So reinsurance to closure is a important concept. So do you know how does the London market or Lloyd's work? The syndicate basis and all.
Yeah. Names the syndicates, yeah.
Yeah, so syndicates. So a syndicate runs for rights for 1 year, but it runs for 3 years. So after third year, if it is not, it has to transfer its business to different syndicate. Because we cannot expect all the claims to have been emerged. Like there can be long tail classes of business which is not closed by 3 years. So then it needs to be transferred. For that is for reinsurance to closure.
Okay. Mm.
So
I wasn't aware.
maybe we'll when we come to those we can maybe study about it more. So I'm just giving you a basic concept what RITC is.
Mhm.
So exit strategies is when so it's practiced in Lloyd's as well and in many other companies. If they want to exit any particular line of business or the whole of business, they can sell the whole business. They can sell a particular policies. So there can be different promotion, notion. So there are various exit strategies which we will read about.
Okay.
Problem solving just gives us an idea of how to approach a question, how to solve it. But this is not more of a question, more of a chapter, but a read through to help us how to proceed with questions. And similarly, these are case studies there. So, and the syllabus is not huge if we look into it. We can see it's from chapter 2 to maybe chapter 12, 11 chapters. But it's not just to that what we see here. We have to go through various SP7 and SP8 syllabus as well in time whenever we are going through the chapters. Maybe you'll have to refer to those and maybe other topics, like as I said, they're the further reading. And in between the chapters also, we will see that they have given links and PDF details which we can refer to if we want to know further. So in some of those, we might have to go through it. So so there are just this 11 chapters. Maybe tomorrow we will start with the general insurance market.
Okay.
This might be quick to go through because as we are thorough with SP7 and SP8, so we know we have an idea of the general insurance market, and as we are already working in the industry, so this is not
So the plan for the classes is you will want to have it daily now, and we weren't informed what this seems like. I'm not
we're
sure.
expecting to have it on weekends and maybe 1 or 2 classes a week.
Okay, so weekends as in Saturday, Sundays?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. And how long will the classes be?
We will expect it about 1.5 hours and 1.5 to 2 hours. We'll try to wrap it up because after that maybe it won't get into the head also what we are talking
Yeah.
about, because you need a break, because these are very very heavy concepts if we talk about like this chapter. If we talk legislation, taxation, there are many terms and a lot of things to discuss. And
Mhm.
so maybe we'll try to wrap it up in 1.5 or 2 hours. For the weekends, we'll try to keep it 2 hours, and weekdays we'll try to shorten it.
And what
So
time
does
is
this
the
time 8 o'clock work on weekdays?
week end?
No, weekdays. Does this time which we are having the class today, does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Dinesh?
So, sorry, actually, because of the network. So, you said you are asking about the timing on Friday,
Like,
Saturday, Sunday?
no, not Friday,
On
Saturday, weekdays.
weekdays. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think this time, like, on which day of the weekday?
Like I'll get, maybe we cannot confirm it which days. Like I'll.
Okay. Yeah, this time is fine. Like, this is 3:30 for us. 8
Okay.
8 p.m. over there is 3:30 for us here.
Okay. So it works,
Currently,
or
it's
do
four
you
and a half
want
hours.
to keep it a little later?
Sorry.
Does it work, or should I do it 1 hour later?
No, it works. 3:30 is fine.
Okay. Then. And on weekends, I'll let you know what the timing will be.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
So till now, do you have any questions
So
regarding the subject?
just one question regarding like in the batch, like it's only me and Ankita, or there is anyone else as well?
I'll once confirm with the institute what is it.
Okay,
Yeah. Because today is the first class, so
okay,
I don't have any idea about it.
okay.
Yes.
Sure. Thank you.
So any questions regarding what to expect from the subject and how we are going to approach it or anything?
No, but what would be helpful is if you can give us a pre-read before every class, approximately
Okay.
like what topics of SP7 and SP8 you would want us to be aware of. We can brush up those topics and come to class so that we're not lost in class. We're not going
Okay.
back and forth with SP7, SP8 K concepts.
Sure. I'll make sure maybe to give you an idea. But like tomorrow maybe we will be starting with the
Doing.
chapter 2. This is the general insurance market.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, you can go through some of the material there. But if anything that needs reference to SP7 and SP8, I'll let you know in the group.
We've not got this SA3 material.
Okay, sure. I'll just once message to share it.
So the thing is, if we come, even if we read that's about 47 pages, right?
No,
So if we just
the starting, maybe starting 1 or 2 sections we will do. Or and you do not, maybe if you have time, you can go through it, or you can go through it after the class as well. That's not an issue.
this is
So here in the course as well, we will see that the knowledge of whole SP7 and SP8 is very much needed for SA3 examination.
correct.
So at times you may need to revisit SP7, SP8 material.
Perfect. Can we also get SP7, SP8 material if that's available with you?
I'll just ask that.
Soft copies only. I think I got SP7.
Okay, I've messaged him. So maybe it will be made available. And we will discuss, maybe tomorrow first we'll discuss the actual control cycle and then go to the
Yes.
second chapter. Because the actual control cycle, like I said, it will help you a lot in understanding how to approach. It's not just about the exam, but in your working uh, experience also, or to help you with your work. This is a very important concept to grasp, how to work through it. How can we? Because if we read a question, we might not know directly that we need to apply actual control cycle. The question will not say use actual control cycle to answer this. But it should just come up in your mind whenever you see any question. First thought should be that can I do it via actual control cycle? If not completely, but some of the segments will help, like specifying the problem, developing the solution. These two might help. So this is a very important concept. Maybe first we'll go through this part tomorrow from the CP1 as well, because CP1 has very elaborate material regarding this actual control cycle. There is a whole chapter dedicated to it.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay. So this is the first thing that we can do.
Sorry, one question. Tomorrow we have the class at this time only.
What time would you guys prefer? You can just let me know and then I'll check my schedule.
Like this time is okay with me. I'm just checking if it is the case. As it is tomorrow's class.
So this time works for both of you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just once confirm what time will be tomorrow. We'll have the class.
Even earlier is fine.
If we want, we can just brush up some of the things from SP7 and SP8 before we start tomorrow. If that's okay with that, so what you guys would be comfortable with, like the actual control cycle from CP1, some of the material from SP7, some materials from SP8.
Yeah, that will be really helpful.
Okay, then we can start this actual course. If we have the time tomorrow, then we'll start with the syllabus for SA3, or else we can take it up the next class. But Dinesh, can you let me know if you're appearing for September so that we have to go through the course in that pace?
Definitely in very short time. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, please. So I think that's it for the introduction today. If I personally
can you please will we be getting like a WhatsApp group? Will we be getting
yes,
added
yes.
in that WhatsApp group?
Yeah, right.
और आप उस ग्रुप में होगे ना?
हाँ मैं हूँ उस ग्रुप में. Because it will be easier. आपको कुछ भी question हो, कुछ भी हो, मैं directly आपको answer कर सकूंगी. Not via any person. Yes.
Okay. Sure.
So if अगर मैं खुद personally बोलूँ, this chapter legislation is very lengthy. It's written 74 pages. It's around 80 to 100 pages, and it is very lengthy. So maybe we will try to pick it up at the end so that we have because when I was appearing for it, when I read through the chapter, I was exhausted reading this that I could not give my 100% attention to the later chapters because it is so vast. It has so many concepts in legislation, and maybe if we go through it at the end, it will help us. Because till then we'll have a grasp of every other thing, and other chapters are not that exhausting and not that energy taking as compared to this chapter 4. So tomorrow we will start with CP1, this actual control cycle. Then we'll also go through some of the SP7 and SP8 basic knowledge which will be required here regarding reinsurance, general insurance market, what pricing strategies were there, and with reserving, how to work with it. So I guess that's it for today.
And we'll have the recordings of these classes, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you'll get the recording as well. And I would appreciate if you guys join the live classes. That will be helpful. And we can have a thorough communication 1:1 instead of just being me teaching about it. Because if you go through the course, there is not a lot to be taught, but a discussion helps it a lot. If you discuss what the topics are there, I'll obviously go through all the topics. But if you have any doubts or any questions at any point, just let me know.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Sure.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Simran. Bye.